Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Edu-info. Today we are discussing the topic English language teaching, methods of approaches and techniques. This video will be helpful if you are writing TET or CTET or if you are a B.Ed student. So let's start. Teaching methods. The grammar translation method, the direct method, Dr. Michael West's new method and also called reading method. The army method, the audiolingual method, bilingual method, the textbook method. Then approaches, structural approach, situational approach, communicative approach, constructive approach. Structural approach, in that the behaviorist approach, the structuralist approach. Then let's see about the structural approach. It discovered in 1940. Experts like Charles Fries applied the principle of behaviorism in psychology and structural linguistics to language teaching. His opinion about language: different languages have different ways of expressing the same meaning. These ways are called as patterns or structures of language. In the structural approach, a learner in this method is expected to be accurate in whatever she or he says or writes. This grammatical accuracy is to be realized through constant drills and construction of correct, means error-free sentences from substitution tables. The aim of these substitution tables is to condition the pupils into using the correct forms of the structure by getting her or him to imitate or produce many examples of the correct form. In this process, errors have to be removed before they develop into habits, cause it will be seen as a serious aberration, big mistakes or disabilities. Disability in the sense learning disabilities. All the errors committed are expected as due to mother tongue interference. Mother tongue interference means our mother tongue should not make a problem while learning a second language or any other languages. And much care will be taken to avoid or stop repeating them. As a result of it, today we could see practice manipulative drills, practice drills, substitution tables, and fill in the blanks tables. The focus of instruction will not move beyond a sentence level. Practice drills, so you can make use of puzzles. You can make them to play puzzle game. Through that only you can teach them. Substitution table, here you can see the substitution table. So make use of all these things and students should form their own sentences, correct sentences. Here teacher should act as a facilitator. So I have been watching TV for an hour. We have been watching TV for an hour. They have been watching TV. So if we take he, she, it, he has been watching TV. She has been watching TV for an hour. It has been watching TV for an hour. So, with the same subject, we can make another sentence. He has been waiting for doctor. She has been waiting for doctor. It has been waiting for doctor. Or he has been cleaning the cupboards. She has been cleaning the cupboards. it has been cleaning the cupboard. So by using this one table we can make many sentences, but it should be in a correct way. So teachers should help the students to make their own sentences by using it. Next method is audio-lingual method. It is based on structural approach only. Behaviorist paradigm. Toward the end of World War II, needed to communicate with both allies and enemies. The taught languages are from European languages, French, Germany to Asian languages, Japanese and Korean. It focused on small group to teach through oral, speaking and oral listening aspects based on drills like activities or learning through games, practices like that. Second one, dialogue practices. Dialogues like imitating others or mimic or practicing any dialogues like that or memorizing. So through these they were teaching teaching languages. So in audiolingual method we can see habit formation. So its intention is to form habit of speaking in other languages, encourages imitation, imitating others or memorizing. Structures could be taught bit by bit. Little or no grammar usage. They were using little bit of grammar or no grammar was used while making sentences or while speaking. Vocabulary, limited vocabulary based on context only. Use of audio, they were using audio visual aids. Lab is equal to audio plus video plus audio video. Teaching through differences between L1 and L2 means language 1 and language 2. Successful responses reinforced them to speak or to response to the stimulus. Errors discouraged, negatively reinforced. If they make errors, they were negatively reinforced them, and emphasizes on native like pronunciation. So they were giving more importance to native like pronunciations. Let's move on to humanistic approach emerged from developments which occurred in education and psychology. It is formulated by Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers. The key concern of it: respect learners as people, encourage respecting each other, understand and respond to their feelings, being sensitive, respect for learners' own knowledge and independence. So we should, in a classroom, if we take a classroom as an example, we should respect students' feelings also, and we should consider their opinion also. We should consider so that they feel free to learn in the classroom. Next, have and show the faith, belief, best to learn, what to learn, how to learn, when to learn. Classroom activities should be according to their wish. Responsibility and respect for the need for criticism and correction. Teachers should be facilitators, guides, assistants than just being the knowledge transmitter or instructors. So instead of telling them what we know, instead of showing our knowledge, we should assist them. We should support them to construct their own knowledge. So that is the intention of this approach. These psychological and educational principles can be implemented in second language teaching and learning was explored and tried out by four language teaching methods. These includes, here you should remember the psychologist's name and the teaching methods. Asher's total physical response by Asher's, Curran's community language learning, Gagno's silent way, and Lozano's suggestopedia, de-suggestopedia. Community language learning. The main purpose of community language learning is to analyze the content and learn from experience. This method of teaching, discovered by Charles Curran, is a Catholic priest, and here in community language learning, learners will sit in circle and they can speak their mother tongue or language one, first language, or their second language. Here teacher, what they will do, teacher stand back to teach and gives translation of either language one or language two, first language or second language. Uh, while the learners sit in circle and they will speak language one or language two, while when they make mistakes, the teacher who is standing back, he will correct them and suggest how to speak. Okay, follow the same for all learners. Every moment will be recorded. Every moment or every sentence of a child will be recorded, and that recording will be projected by the end of the activity. And in community language learning, no preset or particular syllabus will be there, and it's derived from learners' interest and concern. What they want, which topic they want, they can choose and they can speak. Teacher here should play two roles, like a resource person, and he should be supportive, non-judgmental. He should not create any stress, anxiety, and he should create good environment for the learners. And community language learning method of teaching is learner centered and learner centered method of teaching. And here group work is very important. Learners, here teacher should give freedom to the learners, and teacher should act as a facilitator. Facilitative role of a teacher is very important here. Next, total physical response. The main idea of this total physical response, all language learning can be taught or presented through commands, verbal gestures, and physical actions. If I want to give example, in a classroom, if we want to teach some simple sentences in second language, we can tell a child to close the door by doing some actions, some body languages. By seeing that only he can understand what we are telling, even though he doesn't know the language. Okay, so that is the main idea of total physical response. This method, discovered by James Asher. Language 2 is also similar to language 1. Language 1, since language 1 depends on language functions, like asking for permission, giving commands, requesting, thanksgiving, apologizing, agreeing, partially agreeing, disagreeing, inviting. So very effective for young learners. So this method we can use only for young learners. It is only effective for young learners. Found useful at beginners level, like primary schools we can use it, but not at advanced level like high school. We cannot use this method of teaching. Okay, then constructivist approach, National Curriculum Framework 2005, NCF 2005 will give more importance to this approach, means constructivist approach. Aim and methodology of teaching and learning as a process of construction of knowledge by the child. Here, constructivist approach means child should construct his own knowledge by using its past experiences. Here, teacher should act as a facilitator or supporter. Meaning of constructivist approach is every experiences of his or her life means child life adds to the previous knowledge and helps to create and develop new ideas. This is about constructivist approach. Then in constructivist approach, 7 pedagogic goals of constructivist learning environment according to the designer. So constructivist approach by Cunningham. In 1993 he discovered this method. Provide experiences with knowledge. Provide experience for appreciation, acceptance and encouraging multiple perspectives. Embed learning in realistic and relevant context. Embed learning in social experiences. Encourage ownership and voice in learning process. Encourage use of multiple mode of presentation, written, spoken modes as well as films, projects, experimentation and so on. And encourage self-awareness of knowledge of construction process. So here more information they have given about constructivist approach. Teachers should create an interactive environment between students and teachers, between themselves. It happens only when engaged in collaborative activities. It involves leadership, negotiation, cooperation, leads to authentic way of learning. Make them optimally used from that they know be individual in thinking process. Example, role play, dramatization, dialogue exchanges, conversation, debates, group discussions, extempores. Extempores means a speech, a long speech. We can understand the depth and importance of one's different ways of thinking or perspectives. So this is all about constructivist approach. Vygotsky's theory of social constructivism. He is a Soviet psychologist and also cognitivist. His main focus on language, and he believes that is not possible to separate learning from its social context. According to him, learning is not just assimilating, means understanding and receiving information, and accommodating, like storing, retaining, and remembering, but applies to the existing situations to understand it. Shortly, not only links new knowledge to prior knowledge. Prior means previous knowledge. Learning means it's not about linking a previous old knowledge to new knowledge, but child should know how to use that, how to apply it in a new situation. So that's all what he said. All cognitive function originate in social instructions. Learning occurs in dialogues between teacher and students, themselves, them and text like source. Next, reflective learning. Here analyzing and making judgments of what has happened. Develops higher order thinking skills, enables to think in abstract and conceptual terms, understand own thinking and learning strategies. Teacher's role to understand and spare. Teacher must provide emotionally supportive and non-threatening environment in classroom. Lot of peer or group work is needed. Helps learners become sensitive to people and issues around them. Reflect means knowing themselves or knowing what they have learned. Methods. So far we have discussed or we have got few points about approaches. So here methods of teaching languages or new languages. First is direct method. It is the result of grammar translation method, GMT. Main aim of this method is to teach English any foreign languages through conversation, dialogue exchange, discussion, reading in the target language, associating, adding, joining the experiences and expression without using the student's mother tongue. Direct method means we should use target language in the classroom. If you want to teach second language or for any foreign languages like English or German, any other languages other than the mother tongue, we should use that language only. We should not translate that into the child's mother language. So that is nothing but direct method. Here we are teaching target or using target language. That's why it is named as direct method. Its advantages, you can read it out or you can take screenshot. And also here I have mentioned disadvantages. Next, activity based learning. Learning activities, it based on real life experience, help learners to transform knowledge or information into their personal knowledge which they can apply in different situations. Characteristics of activity based learning method is frequently involves the use of manipulative, easily available and changeable according to the conditions or requirements materials. Users child friendly educational, it is child centered. Activity based learning is a child centered. Child friendly educational aids to foster, develop, improve, enrich, promote, increase self learning and allows a child to study according to his or her aptitude and skill. The curriculum is divided into small units with self-learning materials designed for each group. For example, flashcards. Activities, example, games, rhymes, drawing, songs, form of sentence. To understand any subject related or any topic through your constructed activities. So this is the end of the video. Thank you all. If you get at least few information out of this video, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you all.